Alright guys, it's Alchemy of Life, back with another live stream, back with another video. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hold on, excuse me. Had to move Lakshmi over for just a second, but today we doing a little spiritual haul. Not a big one, just some things I picked up today, and we're gonna do a discussion on something that me and a very dear friend, Vicious Little One, Victoria, we were having a great conversation about earlier. Well, I mentioned it in our conversation to her. But first, like, subscribe, comment. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you're new. But let's get rolling. Uh, oh well. Oh well, I'm trying to have multiple different mirror aspects on the altar, but I definitely need to clean my altar. I've been doing a lot of work on it. It's definitely, when you do work in your altar and it gets dirty, it's good energy, but after a while, you just need to clean that shit. So people, if you got altars, please clean them. They're screaming for cleanings. I know mine is. I know mine definitely is, but the energy is good. I always see that energy is good. You've been active. You've been putting certain vibrations into it, but utilizing and doing work there. Some people don't do work at the altars. Well, they have a working altar, and then they have altars for energy signatures that they work with, and AKA deities or whatever you want to reference them or call them. But we're gonna be burning some bay leaves today. But today I want to show you some things I picked up at the local health grocery store / vegan store, whatever you want to call it. It's called Common Ground Co-op, and it's definitely organic, all vegan. Definitely dealing with the 5G and the shift. Obviously, been in effect for a while, but it's been hard. So sometimes you gotta change where you shop at. I don't really shop at Walmart like that, unless I need to get certain things like right now. I just can't go nowhere else and get it because I can't get it at where I'm currently shopping. Or where I'm currently shopping, they just don't have it in bulk like I need it. And I need to order it off the internet, but I need it right now because I need to, perform some work. But before I go any further, guys, for all your prosperity working needs, and if you need a road in your life that needs to be unblocked, I am doing those type of workings right now. I will expand upon my work later, but just hit me up on my email, book.joeeison as a new @gmail.com, or hit me up in the comment section, and I will link you to my Fiverr page where you can have those type of workings done. And also, I am doing abuse counseling and mental health counseling on Fiverr. So for those needs, definitely hit me up. Not to advertise myself, but those are some new things that, those are things I've really been called to doing. And if you've been a subscriber to my channel for any amount of time or watched any of my videos, it won't come as a surprise to you, that I will be giving those services out to people. Just, being honest. So, first of all, I got this new toothpaste called Jason. It's coconut soothing toothpaste. Coconut and chamomile. Obviously fluoride free. It's got coconut oil, aloe vera juice, chamomile extract, and witch hazel water. Those are the ingredients right there, if you guys can see them. If not, I'm not gonna read them all out, but I definitely always check. I know I'm such an alchemist. I know what the chemicals are. I know, and other people, they know as well. It's like you'll know like that doesn't sound like a chemical, that shit, or something that should just be that's organic, or that should be in something that I'm consuming in any sort of way. It's like if it makes you ask a question, like you're like, I don't think I should get this stuff. When you get to a certain vibration and you're not trying to deal with all that no more, like the Colgate, the AIM toothpaste and all that, you're like, yeah, no, it's not going to do. The best type of mouthwash that I've come across, there might be a mouthwash linked to this toothpaste, and like I still have the Hello toothpaste. Let me go get that. I still have that toothpaste, so I'll be mixing the two. It's kind of what I like to do. Kind of like to experiment with things and see how they go, but definitely when it comes to mouthwash, you can just fucking keep it simple, or you can make it complicated. Why? After you make it simple, which is just expounding upon what you've done in a simple way. So I just used a good bottle of water, like distilled water, or I charge a bottle of water. If it isn't like the greatest quality water, you can always charge it with your intentions. And I normally drink most of the bottle of water, and then when I get to the end, I throw some baking soda in there. Where you can have just the whole bottle filled with baking soda and water. And definitely the baking soda will pull anything out. Because think about it this way. People use baking soda to extract things like smells, different chemicals in the air, and things like that. So if it's doing that type of work, imagine what it'll do for your body. 100%. It's gonna pull out the impurities, especially in your mouth, being one of the dirtiest places on the body. Just, putting that out there. Especially like sometimes when you eat and you bite the inside of your mouth. Definitely gargling with baking soda water, a couple drops of peroxide into it. Not very much peroxide, just enough. Or, if you want to put some sea salt in there, do you amazing wonders. And baking soda and water will be good for your breath as well, because obviously people use it for odors. So it'd be good for your breath. And sometimes I brush with baking soda, and then I brush with my regular toothpaste. Make sure you brush your tongue. Mama D will get on you about that. Watch her video about that. Brushing your tongue. That shit had me rolling. She is so hilarious for no reason. But anyway, so that's the toothpaste and the mouthwash kind of deal. So I'm gonna move that over to the side. I got this new body wash. Well, it can be used as hand wash or other things, but it's a body wash. It's an all-in-one for all skin types. Got this again at Common Ground. There is the list. It's mostly just oils, like essential oils and stuff. I've looked these ingredients up. They're A1. This will be good. I'll be testing this out in the shower later on today, maybe after this video, after this live. Then I got another soap, a charcoal soap. I love charcoal. Actually love it. It does amazing things. Where is the ingredients list? Oh, there's the ingredients list for that. You guys can kind of see that focus. And I picked all this stuff up today. Oh shit. And obviously another detox. I have 3 tea supplements like this in the cabinet, so this will be the 4th one. I'm doing a major detox right now, like a major purge, so I'm adding this. onto it. This is an amazing supplement. I've used it many times. It's now focused. There we go. There we go. I love this brand. It always comes with little sayings on the tea bag that low key, if you take the whole box and you tweet them, you can start an account and get it monetized. Just saying. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna know what? I'm gonna burn some bay leaves today. We're gonna talk about Atlantis. And I'll also, I got some food grade, and I'll repeat, food grade Diatomaceous Earth coming on the way. Ooh wee, that's gonna be a purge and detox, along with the teas that I'm taking. And I have a probiotic tea, a dandelion root tea from the same company as the last tea that I just put out. You know, I'm gonna get another probiotic to go with the Diatomaceous Earth, like after I've been on it for like a week. But you know, I've done my research. Do not get regular Diatomaceous Earth and take it. Get food grade Diatomaceous Earth. But please see your medical physician before you take any. Just a disclaimer, so y'all don't come back from trying to come for me, which I know y'all won't, but you know, just putting that out there. But so we're gonna talk about Atlantis and Nibiru, the mothership. So it correlates to the Emerald Tablets and the story of the Emerald Tablets. Those talked about, he put his spaceship, aka the mothership, aka the dark energy, the plasma, under the pyramids. Nothing but knowledge, though. Wasn't an actual spaceship. What it means by spaceship, aka the nose, or the tip of the nose, aka the pineal gland, you know, the information on it, you know, that what it is, what it does, how to open it, why to open it, all different forms of information and facts on that, and beyond why you should, so you can ascend, so we can, enough of us can ascend so we can create an Atlantis, another Atlantis. Egypt was just another form of Atlantis. Egypt started off as the mothership Nibiru and became another form of Atlantis. If you ever read the Emerald Tablets, you'll know that it was all about body, mind, and soul / spirit. Body, mind / spirit, and soul, really. Now, in the physical realm, Atlantis, when Thoth says Atlantis was sank, he was talking about the great flood from the Bible. Now, the great flood from the Bible speaks upon that. It's basically how everything was wiped out. You know what I'm saying? Starting over again. When you talk about the mental, that means the consciousness of Atlantis was lowered because of the technology. Because they got a lot of people out there got used to using technology, and it got so advanced to where they stopped thinking for themselves. One of the most advanced races of all time stopped thinking for them fucking selves. Doesn't that sound like the American society? Doesn't that sound like societies all around the world, especially the American society or the Chinese society? The Chinese society is the most technologically advanced out there besides the American society. Let's just keep it fucking real. China is like 10 years more advanced than us. But let's focus on Illinois, where I'm from, Chicago, and just Illinois period, which is the mothership. The great orange and blue are colors. The great orange and blue. And Atlanta, aka what? Atlantis. So you have the mothership in Illinois, the center of the mothership in Chicago, which is Chicago, the center of the mothership, Nibiru, Planet X, Planet 9, whatever you want to call it. the mothership. That will be how, it's how to leave, how to get out, where you settle, because where did the mothership come from? The mothership is always parked somewhere. Always parked somewhere. It was in Egypt, and then it was in Atlantis, my fault. And then Egypt became Nibiru. Because if you read the story, Atlantis sank in the physical through the Great Flood, through a flooding. Because they had technology to do so, just like we have technology to manipulate or just influence. We not manipulate, but influence those type of things to happen. 100%. Oh, I want to shout out the Loon and 8. Like, one of my favorite YouTubers. She has a very big platform. She has amazing work. Go check out her channel, please, guys. The Loon and at Loon and A, LUNEINATE, Loon and 8, the Loon and 8, an amazing Reiki / ASMR channel. She recently subbed to the channel, so it had to be nothing other than Angela Mary Magic. Gotta love her, the Mama Witch, and Lacey, aka Hype, HYPE Priestess, on Instagram and on YouTube as well, but her bigger platform is Instagram. But she does her readings, monthly readings, here on YouTube. So you guys can spell out Priestess, but it's Hype, not high, but Hype, because she likes to hype people up, get them rowdy when they don't want to hype themselves up, or when they can't hype themselves up or motivate themselves. People I'm speaking to. Then Priestess. Gotta love them. Like that, I seen that the other day. I was at a loss for words. I'm like, wait a minute, I watch Loon all the time. Like, I just won a contest that she had, and I got a shirt. I picked out my shirt. It was on her store, and it just says Beyond Space and Time, because it deals with, to me, it reminds me of the tablets. It reminds me of the fact that I am beyond space and time in many different ways. But, enough of that. Back to the subject. So we talked about Nibiru, being in Egypt and in Illinois currently. So Nibiru, we're waking up. We're becoming the new Atlantis. We're waking up slowly. We're one of the smartest states in the U.S. As you can see, Atlanta, a lot of the mumble rap, a lot of the, if you guys have ever heard of the new rap scene, mumble rap it didn't start in Atlanta. It kind of started in Nibiru, with people like Chief Keef, but it wasn't as bad as it is now. Like they do put out code, but a lot of people aren't conscious to the code that is being put out from these big record labels to these mumble rappers, because that's the majority of the music that people are consuming these days. So it just lowers their consciousness, because the only other thing that it can do is lower it. If you ever listen to it, it's just fucking terrible. There are no bars, really. They're not lyrical. They're not this. They're not that. They're not really raising your consciousness if you can't read between the lines. And it's kind of hard for some people, because their rapping is so fucking bad. It's just so fucking terrible. My God, it's terrible. And it's so terrible that it's lowering people's consciousness. And all the technology, new technology that comes out in the United States goes to Atlanta first. And Atlanta is the new Hollywood right now. It was the Hollywood of the South. And that's where everybody's going right now. Very few movies are being made in California now. There's even Stranger Things is being filmed in Georgia. Maybe not in Atlanta, but it's in Georgia. Atlanta is where? In Georgia. So it's all the same thing, because they probably have a headquarters in Atlanta. All the technology, all the new tech is where? Shows like Dynasty on the CW tell you. It deals with some of their biggest characters, their jobs, are billionaires, and their, lifestyle comes from being a billionaire in a tech company, like Jeff Colby and different things like that. It's a lighthearted show that tells you what the fuck is going on. Everything is coming through Atlantis, and Atlantis is sinking right now. If you've ever read the tablets, it's about, like I said, the body, mind, spirit and soul. Okay. So in the physical, like I said, the sinking of Atlantis, but Atlantis is sinking and rising at the same time. It's being transported somewhere else because of the cycles of life are never ending. So it just starts over somewhere else. It ends one place and starts somewhere else. Hence why I have that dog right there, Anubis. Representation of Anubis. And you got Ganesh right there. And Thoth, Lakshmi. Archangel Michael. I need a couple more. I need some more goddesses up here, but Lakshmi, I mean, I'm going to have to talk about her too. About the power of these pendants, because I have a pendant like that right there around my neck. It's got a chain on it. I have two of them, one right there and one around my neck. But back to Atlantis. So Atlantis, in one view, is actually sinking right now, but also rising. It's sinking in Atlanta. People are getting lazy. I have friends out there in Atlanta. I have friends who have family out there in Atlanta who are saying the same exact things, like protect yourself, watch yourself, because it's getting very bad out there. You know what I'm saying? It's getting very low vibrational. So the physical was the flood. The mental was the lowering of consciousness. Low vibrations, demonic type consciousness. Demon just means like genius and indwelling spirit, but it doesn't also have to be stuck in that vibration, because it could be stuck in the vibration of an indwelling spirit and not a genius. The indwelling spirit could just be a low vibration that's fucking with everything. That's into, pillaging and purging of everything and overindulging of everything in a low vibrational way. The way that does not serve you. In a way that bring you down. Okay, the mind is a spirit, aka the state of being. So your state of being is low vibrational. So in a spiritual form, it's almost like the same thing. Atlantis is sinking. Sinking in spiritual form, which is basically the same as mind, but more it expounds more on the state of being. It's more about that. What is a state of being? Very low vibrational. Okay. Let me just tell you, the spiritual workings being done there, very low vibrational. Just the overall spirit of it is low vibrational. The thought form, aka the mind, low vibrational. So don't be surprised if some shit hit Atlanta that fucks it up. And Ashira was just talking about some shit that could hit the United States and be very detrimental in a way. And it could hit Atlanta. Not wishing anything, but just saying history repeats itself. It could be Atlanta. Because of the story of Atlantis, aka the Great Flood in the Bible. So then, what's Thoth gonna do? Package things up? Be told to package shit up? Come to Illinois. Nibiru, where the mothership is. Mainly Chicago. Chi-town. I'm from South. Me and my family, my dad and everybody, we're from South Side, but my mom's from East Side Chicago. 93rd and Woodlawn. You heard? But, that's pretty much what it will be, what it's going to be. Watch and learn. Show and tell. Like, watch this shit happen. I don't wish it, but it's been foreseen many times over. So this is just me, like, telling you guys, just watch. Just watch. Like Bruno Mars said, don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. And that's something that we don't need to be wishing on anybody or anything. So everybody in Atlanta, stay safe. But as you can see, it's in line, it's in alignment, in the same vibration of things that have happened that way before. Doesn't seem very good. Doesn't seem very positive. You know what I'm saying? People, like, not people, but like celebrities from Atlanta who's still down there, they probably got like the iPhone 25 right now. But they just show you on Instagram the new iPhone that they just got, that just came out. But I'm talking towards the technological advances. They probably have like the next 4 or 5 iPhones. It's that advanced down there for people who have the means, people who are celebrities. They got all the technology, all the higher ups and elites, and even the celebrities, which are the lower level forms of that get put in our face, are there. They probably got that stuff. That shall tell you. And the way that people are acting and towards other people and the vibration and everything, it's telling of itself. They're telling on themselves and they don't even know it. So that's what all I'm gonna say about Nibiru and Atlantis. There's way more information on it out there. Read the Emerald Tablets. Read the Book of Enoch. Read, study metaphysics and things like that. Study the Bible, Genesis, and things like that, and it will just tell you what's going on. Please decode this stuff. It's easy, especially when you work with Thoth. I work with Thoth. Thoth is one of my ancestors. He's in my bloodline. I'm in his bloodline. Kind of a hard thing to take in, but when you figure it out, it's like, no wonder I can get downloads from the things that his great works and things like that, and just like it's nothing. People would have to take elixirs to get the type of downloads that I get. So watch what happens when I start taking elixirs. Speaking of that, I'm going to be having my own quality elixirs coming out for a lower price than most who are out there selling it. The same quality, the same high quality as theirs, but I'm gonna offer it for a lower price. So if you can't afford theirs, you'll be able to afford mine. Yes, it is a business strategy, but it's also something, just a way I want to be able to give back to people. Because I know everybody, with their financial situations, may not be able to afford everything, what they want, and different things like that. So, that's that. So about the Lakshmi pendant that I have on, and you can apply this to any pendant of any deity as long as you know their strengths, as long as you know the energy signature, and how it is they can come through and show you their power, or how it is what it is that they specialize in. So everybody who knows about Lakshmi knows she specializes in, first, the inside of the inside of you, because everything starts on the inside, not the outside. So when I talk about abundance, prosperity, health, and wealth, all comes from the inside first. All from the inside, baby. And then you'll see it on the outside. Just wearing this pendant, I have come across so many small different wins lately, and just manifestations. I'll say, okay, this is gonna happen, and it just happens. It's not something uber big, something, rather, when it comes to comparing to the things that I want, the things that I desire, not want, the things I desire, relatively small, but small things add up to the medium and the big size things. Let's not forget about that. And it's been, because I kind of have lately, but now I'm back on course. Shout out to Vicious Little One, aka Victoria. Shout out to Jessica, aka Bonafide Bloom. Those are two people that keep me afloat when I, I'm failing myself. They always somehow come through for me. So I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you watch this long, just, it's all respect. It's all love. Thank you. But, yeah, when you wear a necklace with an energy it signifies a certain energy, especially if you charged it on your altar or something. Watch that energy come through for you in a way that, how, if you're representing it well, it'll come through for you and other people. I'm just telling you, it's powerful. The energy of Lakshmi around my neck, powerful. Well, kind of won't reach, but oh well. I tried to show you guys. But it's the same thing as this right here. I got 2 of them from Wish.com. Didn't even pay $10. So now I'm looking for something for Thoth. And I'm, working on learning more about Anubis, but Anubis has always been right there beside me, me being a Scorpio. If you know what Anubis represents, it's like, come on now. Come on now. You all know. If you know, you know. Scorpio and Anubis, they both represent death, aka transformation in any sort of way. Transformation in mind, body, soul, and spirit. So if you lose, say you lose weight, say you lose like 50 pounds, that is a form of physical death. Not the type of physical death that we're used to, but it's a physical death in which you have transformed yourself into someone different. Someone you don't recognize, that you recognize but don't recognize. It's not who you used to be. Let me tell you. That's just one way. You know what I'm saying? That applies to the mind and the spirit and the soul as well. So now I'm going to burn these bay leaves real quick for the high vibrations. And anybody wishing or desiring to say any type of mantra, incantation, if you accept this energy for your highest and greatest good and whatnot, I got that from watching a lot of Loon's videos, and that works for me. This is a form of ritual, so protect yourself, ground yourself first, and then proceed. If you have to stop the video to do that, proceed. But I'm doing this for myself and for us and for you as well, for us. Crap, the Bailey fell. After I write something on my bay leaves, I always put thank you, or TY, which stands for thank you. And the new thing is, if I burn 3 of them, I put 3, and then the next one is 6, and the next one is 9 to symbolize, how the universe works. 3, 6, 9. And remember, when you're manifesting, the more mirrors, aka reflections of things that you have on your altar, the quicker things will manifest, the more stronger and powerful it'll be. So I have this, but I have that mirror right there. It's a new mirror. An actual mirror, but this right there, plus the actual reality that I'm manifesting in, plus I have this camera, which is another reflection. So that's 4 dimensions we're manifesting on. So you're gonna want to get some of this energy. Trust me. We're burning 3 tonight, and call it a day. Or call it a night. And remember, I'm offering spiritual and counseling services, abuse counseling services, and mental health counseling services on Fiverr. So just hit me on the email. If you watched this far, I said it at the beginning of the video, but I'm going to say it now at the end as well. and I'm doing prosperity and road unblocking work currently on Fiverr, and you can just hit me on the email for that as well, and I will be expounding upon my services as, I start to learn more. Because, I can do a lot more work, but I'm just starting small. Really, not even about learning more, just seeing what the people want at this point in time. Because that's what I'm passionate about, helping people manifest. So if you want something in this life and you have a difficult time getting it, give that out. I was one person who had a hard time manifesting. The things that I desire, I can manifest everything else. But the things that I desire either take a really long time, longer than normal, or they just don't, have not shown themselves up. So I decided one day to just say, fuck it. I think there's other people out there like me. I want to help people like that, like myself, who have trouble manifesting, and I've been able to easily manifest so many different things. Like, I didn't even see it coming. I just wanted to help people like myself. That's how I've learned. I've heard people say it from time and time again, but until you learn that, yourself physically, it's like no other. Especially physically and mentally and spiritually, it's like no other. Until you just experience it for yourself, it's gonna just sound like some smart shit or some spiritual shit that people just said. And that's like a lot of this path is. It sounds like some smart shit, some spiritual shit that people said until you experience it for yourself. Because that's when the confidence will come. I've been doing some free work for some of my really, 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 really good people. I've already mentioned them on this video. And the confidence that I've got from that is just like, I didn't know that I was that powerful. I knew I was powerful, but damn, I didn't know I could do things. Me and my team could do things like that type of stuff. I'm not going to mention it. I'm not going to gloat. I'm not going to toot my own horn or toot, any type of horn. It's just like, man, it gives you confidence. So, find people in your life that support you or that you would do things for free for, and just do it out of the kindness in your heart, but also be watching and be wary and see what kind of results that you get, because you're also trying to make a business out of it as well. And you'll see what happens, especially when you have a good heart or is coming from a good space. Well, y'all, that's all for tonight. Gonna call it a night. Gonna go to bed. Got work in the morning. But I love y'all. Alchemy of Life. I'm out. Peace.